bit later today. Let's share the screen. So we're going to take a trade on the hour because we're coming up to the 45. So we'll do some analysis. If you've got any questions, ask them in the chat. I've looked at the news. We've just had US dollar news at 10 minutes ago. Red flag news. Let's see what the result of that was, if it's disturbed the market. 6.4, so broadly the same. It was slightly down 0.1. But as we know, often the market makers can move the market anyway, even if it looks like it should be stable. So it can cause a reaction. Usually we stay out of trades about half an hour before or after on that particular currency. And then on FinViz, I've got GBP as the strongest and JPY as the weakest. And if we just flick through on the 5 minute, let's take that off. Because sometimes when I'm on other people's sessions, I will mark up the lines on here because I want to understand why other traders have selected the lines that they have. I find it very helpful. Always a student, always learning. I've put the pivots on. It's Lazy Man's high and lows. So just a quick visual. So I'm just using those at the moment to show me where the highs and lows are, because from that, and also remember your 200 EMA, this pale blue one, is pointing up. So that's telling you the market is going up as well. But you can see on the pivots, if you drew a channel, if you took one of these, now you won't always want to do this, particularly if you're trading on your phone. I do appreciate that, but you can anchor that. We can see we've got a very sharp rise up there. And that actually is not a good trend line because it's only picked up 2 points. You can do it off 2 points, but really it looks more like that as a channel. That is a more accurate channel. Trend lines are, they vary by about a pip either side. So if you can vary it, but they're not as accurate as Fibonacci's. So if you took it to there, or even if you took it up there, that's still only, that's about 3 touches, and put that one there. You would see anyway that price has clearly broken structure, broken out of the channel off that quarter point. So here, the dotted line is your 50%. So down to the 50%. Consolidation, which you would expect until London takes off, went up in London and started to drop. So it kind of ranged really. Oh, that's because of the news. So it didn't do very much until it decided it wanted to take off for the news, which was 2:30. So that's up there. So we're now coming up to it's settling down. Let me just get a vertical line. So 2 o'clock London. Something in the chat. Let me just have a look. Took another. Oops. Sorry about that. Took another 2 winning trades on UJ this morning, 6-1. I think you've done more than enough today, Ken. That's incredible. Well done. Don't hand any of it back. That's brilliant. I do like UJ a lot. So what we're seeing here is a retrace back to that level at 283, our support and resistance, auto support, and it's obviously going to come up here, 399. Now that red flag news, is there any more on there? No. That red flag news was broadly the same result. So it shouldn't have impacted the market, but the market wails, the movers and makers movers and shakers, they can do what they like when they get this sort of news. Anyway, I'm expecting it to go up there. Now, will it go up to that quarter point at 109,500? Let's just take it out to the 15-minute. Take it out to the hourly. I'll take that channel off. We don't need it anymore. It's just to show you how you can use things like that to see whether it's broken structure, broken the channel. So it did very heavily use that line 14th of May. So 2 weeks ago, very heavily used that line as resistance. So and rejected off it. But what I want to look at, and it's not switching on, it's just being slow because of Zoom, is I want the quarter point to come on, and it's just being very slow. So let me just switch off, switch on. There we are. And we've got Hidden Bear saying back there, but that's quite a way back actually. So when did it last come up to the quarter point? At 5:02. That was on the 17th of May. But it was just a wick up. It couldn't make it that far up. It has cleared off all this area. So it may well reject off here for a put. I'll put it back on the 5-minute, and let's have a look on. I'm going to try to take, I'm particularly trying to in Tokyo, some 5-minute trades. So I've opened up this pocket option because it's good for new people. You can start this with $50. It's very nice on the phone. Les said the app is very good on the phone. Very nice clean screen. I've just got the SARs on because the indicators don't have some of the ones that we have. So I used the closest I could find, which is the 200 EMA and the SAR flip. And then down here, I've got the RSI. Now I've got it set at 9 because I couldn't remember what the settings are. So if someone knows, tell me, because I couldn't remember if it was 20. I don't think it's 20, 13 or 9. And 9 is usually our magic number. So I've set it to 9. But I do like the way that moves. And I have got a live account on this, which I've opened up. I've just got $100 in there with 27% bonus. But I've only taken a few trades, which I took overnight. All demo, and I'm just going to stick on demo on this today, and I want to take some 5-minute trades because of the issue of this doesn't have rollover, and because of trying out, you know, if we're not going to get the rollover, full rollover on the brokers, on the rollover brokers. 2 or 3 minute trades might not be enough to give us the result, and indeed it wasn't on some of these Euro CAD ones. I think I was with I can't remember which trader I was on with for that. Anyway, I'll put that there. So 31.90. I'll just take that down to 100, and let's have a look on now. What I did have was Liberty because sorry, didn't have that on before. I'll come back to Cashtrap as well, but this is what Ness uses. Okay. Okay. All right. UJ, let me see. I didn't check what it's paying out at. It's only 665 on UJ. That's a bit low for us. So if you come over here to your currencies, you can see them in descending order of payouts, which is quite nice, rather than alphabetical descending order that you get on IQ Cent. So all these down to Euro NZD are the ones that we could take. Euro USD, that's probably because of the news, is up at 88. So I'll probably switch from UJ, but you might want to look at a put on the hourly candle on UJ. Let's see what else we've got. AUD USD 84. 84. Euro JPY 82. GJ 81. That'll do. UJ, which I do like, obviously, I like it very, very much, but it's only 65. So I think I'm going to go now and look at the I think I'm going to go and look at HourGlass just to look at the DXY as a put. Got 1 minute 56 to the 55. So we just got another few minutes towards the hour, but you see how that's cutting through the middle there, consolidation. News did not have a great deal of impact. Put your time zone on. Just always follow the same routine. It's a bit like an in-flight check, isn't it? You know, get yourself set up. I've learned that lesson the hard way, not to rush into trades. So UJ, the 200 EMAs at the bottom, US dollar stronger. It's giving a put, but I'd want to wait until the hour. And remember, it's only 65%. I don't know what it's doing on your broker, but I'm going to look at something else rather than that. I'm just going to check out Euro.
73 on Forex, Sarah.
Oh, is it? So if you guys, because I'm on demo, so we could stick with it then. So let's come back to it on our trading view. So I'm looking at that line at 398. For those of you who've just joined, we went back on the hourly and it wicked off this area significantly as an area of resistance. It only wicked up to the quarter theory once, and that was like the 17th of May. So I don't think it's going to carry on up there. And if I come down to the 1 minute, although remember, we're coming up to the hour when things can push up or down, as we know. So it's just doing a little retrace back to 332. I'll stick with UJ then, 332 with our upper area at that 400. You can see that pivot high 398. So those are the areas that we are looking at, and we've got one there at 381. 381. And you can see how the candle close channel's very, very narrow. See how the 200 EMA is coming up to meet the quarter point, and price usually does like to, it's like a magnet. It loves to hit when these two come together as it's sort of take off before it carries on up, because it has been in an upward trend, as we can see. Although I can also see now that it's that's probably a fib there. So sometimes I like to come over and look at, just have a quick, sorry, usually I do this before I come on. I just like to see if there are any new scans formed, because they just help me see what the market thinks it's going to do. Just start with Traders Way, because that's the main feed. Well, there's something on, I don't trade GU, but there's a new scan on the M15, although it's not showing, it might just be loading. I can't see anything for you, Jay, so I'll just check FX choice. Sometimes you get some slightly different ones. There's one on AJ. We didn't have AJ paying out though, did we? So we'll forget that one for the moment. Don't trade. GN is very wild, and I never trade GCAD. Euro GBP. Oh, look at that. I don't know what caused that. 27th of May. anyway, nothing that is going to help us at the moment. Hugo's Way is the other one I tend to have a quick look at. There's Euro JPY. That's a failed scan. That D point has not held at all. That's all weird. Let's see if, yeah, seems to be smaller scans at the moment. Euro USD. There's a Euro USD one, which is paying out at 88%. So that has now hit take profit 1 on the scanner. It's done its retrace back. You can clearly see the upward trend. This is on the M15. So that looks like it could be a buy for us. HourGlass, Euro USD. What I don't like about that on the 5 minutes, as you can see, is it's cutting straight through the middle. So often price can hang around that line and cause us problems. It is going down there. So if we were looking for this, it's 39 to 41. They're very similar. So we'd be wanting to look at a call because it's right on this line of resistance. We're coming up to the hour. We're off the Bollinger Bands. But we're not in line with the currency strength meter. That doesn't matter if the rest of the points add up. So I think I might look at this one. Let's pull it up on here because it's 88%. I've got 5 minutes. This will be the strike price. I'm going to take a call, but remember I'm only on demo. So either look at USD JPY on the hourly for a put. That's only hit 380. It's hit that, it hasn't hit the higher level, it's hit the 380, and you see how it's formed a lower high at 381. So you want to be taking a put off the 381, but it's very narrow channel indeed. And you can see it's already wicked off. So you've not got a lot of room to play with on that. You want it to go up. You don't want to take it at 350, anywhere down there. You want to be up at that 376, 381, 381, 380, 381 if you can, but it's wicked off there. So it needs to do another little push up. I'm going to come back to Euro USD. I'm going to put that up on here. And it says hidden bear, so it's really tanking. It's right below that quarter theory. It's broken through. I have got that moving average on sitting at the top of the quarter theory, so it's a very heavily downward trend. It's selling off heavily, and it is picking up. 862 on trading view, HourGlass, a call at 857. So I'm going to take a call on the 5 minute. God, look at that. It's absolutely shut up. It's gone uptown without us. It's gone all the way back up to the Bronx. Come on, come back down to Brooklyn and pick us up. No. So, and you can see the SAR flip there. So I wanted it down at this level. Can't see the time. Oh, it must be because my, that's it. Can't see it with, let's have a look at the chat in a minute. So there was our bang on the hour was here, 857. And you see that SAR flip? That was at 59 minutes 59. Just got the SAR flip there. So that would have been a very nice entry at 861. But I would have wanted to have been in it for 5. Oh, I'm going to take that. Remember, I'm only on demo. So I want to see what happens, because I was just going to say if it retraced on the 5, I wanted to be in it for 5 minutes. So if I had got in there, that gave me 860. Then I'd be in for 5 minutes, which would take me up to here. Okay. So that's now going to give me, and probably that's 15:06, another minute. But let's see what happens there. And using pocket option, you can see it shows you as you run in and out of profit. You can't roll over, which is why I don't want to be taking anything less than 5 minutes. I have got that. In fact, we've got those sort of, we've got that double top there, 884. And over here, it tells you I've got 3 minutes 34 left in the trade. It flashes green or back to 0, depending on whether it's in or out of profit. It gives me the strike price there, 857. So I've got 3 minutes 22 left. So that's it. Once you're in a trade and you've picked either 5 minutes or 15 minutes, whichever way you're trading on pocket option. As I say, the good thing about this is a beautiful app. It gives you statistics on how many trades you've taken. I haven't done enough yet to get the analysis. All I can get is like a spreadsheet equivalent. But it shows you which pairs. Les was showing me yesterday, our font of all knowledge. And he says, I trade on the computer, as you know, but he says the app on the phone is really clean, really, really good, looks nice. So I think if you've got friends or family or whoever, people you know on Facebook who want to give it a go, they can have a go on this. Minimum 5-minute trades, remember, and they can put $50 in an account and get started and just take $1 trades. So that's worked its way up now, 895. I've got 2 minutes 23 left in this. Let me know if you took this or UJ for a put. I don't know how that's working out. I'll have a look in a minute. I just want to watch this. I do like having the SAR flip. It's something I've used in the past. I don't bother with it on TradingView on Cashtrap. I did have it on at one point and wasn't really looking at it, but on pocket option, I am looking at it. Because if I look down here where we talked about this entry, then you got the SAR flip there. Now 2 minutes into that would have been here. So it would have just probably won that if you'd clicked the button very quickly. But we wouldn't have wanted 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes in. I don't know why it does that. And here I've got M6, and it gives you I think that's showing how many minutes on the screen, and it varies how much it will show you. So at the moment I've got M6 on it, but sometimes I put M10 on. I haven't quite sort of got used to that yet. I do like the way I can drag this across and this. So we've got the moving average coming up. I've got 58 seconds left. So this is I was in a minute late. Remember, I wanted to be in on that first 5-minute candle. You can see the SAR flip is now pushing down, but the moving average, we are above that 200 moving average, although it's leveling off. So hopefully this will hold out for 30 seconds. Got SAR flip at the bottom. That's good. Just hanging on in there. 30 seconds to go. Last 10 seconds. Then we'll go back and look at the chart. And then once 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just sort of kind of won that. So if I'd been in finishing at 5 past the hour, just about would have won it, just about, because it did start to dip, didn't it? At the 5 past there. Now it's just about been okay, but it was quite close. It was quite close, that one. So then what happens is obviously it shows you up here the history and what your payout is. So we've won a profit of 78. So I'm going to put that on the next trade, and then that would be it for the session. 2 trades with a profit compounded at round about 3% on the first trade. okay, which is quite aggressive trading. Normally I stick to 2, but I am on a demo. So I want to look at what happened on these trades here on the 5-minute and our hourly. Yeah, so it was so it is working its way. It should work its way back up to that 929, because even if it is heavily dropping, which clearly it is in a downward trend now with that moving average off that quarter point, price will always want to move to major levels. If it fails to meet this next major level, which will be the quarter point at 750, then it will come back up to meet another major level, whether it's the rolling line of support and resistance or the quarter point. And as we know, we follow the half hour and the hours. So it will move in waves, and it will want to come back up to that 928 area. I can't see another support and resistance line in between unless we marked off that, and there's one there, isn't there? 939. 939 there, lot of support, resistance. You might want to move that just up to there. It's become resistance, and that mid channel's down there. It was it broke through, became support, it broke through. It was resistance there and resistance all the way back there. So there is a line there as well. So it coming up to that 27 to 34 area, and then carry on with another put. And in fact, I might take that if it's going to do that for the 15 minutes past. That's on the 5-minute there. So I quite like the look of that. Let me look on HourGlass, what's happening on it. It's up at 908. We've got the currency strength in our favor. The DXY is a call, but you can see it hasn't quite turned yet. So we want that to turn. It's come down to the midline. It's surfing the Bollinger Band, come back to that line at 334. So we want it to turn on the next 5 minutes, carry on up. So you can see it's stepping up there. The channel is stepping up. So obviously that news that half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, hasn't adversely affected. It was broadly the same. So let me come back to Euro USD, and then I want to look at the analysis on UJ. So we've got it coming up. It's at 891, 891, 934. We clone that. That's 901. Just trying to work out if there's a little level there, round about there, 897. It does say hidden bear and bear. 897. HourGlass. 868. Oh, 895. Have I missed it? $871. So let me take, I'm going to take a put anyway. I've got in at low. That's not a good entry. 865. I would have preferred that. That's 7 minutes past. Where was the 15? Just, sorry, where's the 10 past? So 10 past. Oh, there's 871. But it gave me strike price 858. Yet that red line is 871. That's not so good, is it? So it's slightly out when I put my line across. Now there's the 200, so it has come back up to 884. That is the better entry on the 15 probably. 897. I have got a low entry. Am I doing the right thing here? Yeah. 5 minutes, 4 minutes left. Hopefully that will work its way down. The SARS flipped. Got the 15-minute coming up. So that finishes at only 15 seconds. Yeah, 1 minute after the 15-minute candle. So hopefully that's enough. Because if you do, I haven't got rollover on this, so timing is critical. Because if I pressed the button and then I was only like 15 seconds past the 15-minute candle, that sometimes that kind of thing, 15 seconds, 30 seconds is not quite enough for it to make the next move. But I have got 1 minute of the new candle, of the new 5-minute candle, for it to work its way down. I do believe it is going to work its way down. At least to 845, but hopefully down to that 803. HourGlass Dixie is a call, and we've got currency strength in our favor. 911. It's at 874 at the moment. And 11843. So I didn't get a particularly good entry, did I, on this one? But you can see it leveled off there. We've got the 200 moving average now moving to the top, which means price is pushing down. Let me look back over here. It's wicked off that 860 area. So I'm very tight on this one. Yeah, in a loss. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. It needs to do a big drop after the 15-minute, which is here. That's what we want. I've got 2 minutes left in it. See that 200 moving average moving up as per how we saw on HourGlass. I don't think on Liberty. Let me see if I've got a Euro USD chart on here. Oh, that's Ness's markup from last night. He was quite heavily into the selling down here, and there were some positions not working out too well. And in fact, it's completely broken structure because of the news today. So that was about, what, 4 a.m., 3 a.m. Can't remember what time he's on, 3 a.m. your time, I think. I want to find Euro USD. Maybe there isn't one. Let's look a bit further down. Can't see any Euro USD. Let me come back to HourGlass. 5 seconds to go. It's at 890, so I'm losing. I've got a minute left. It has given us a put at 895. So I need it to tank. Now, oh, that's just flicked up. So each point, so it probably wants to come back up to 912, 934. But it should be heading down for this 30 minutes, but I can't roll over because here is our hourly. Hang on, I need to move that out of the way. Where was our hourly? Oh, the hourly's there. So maybe it'll move up for the half hour, then down. So I might have got that one wrong, because normally I try and think about Evan Cabral's market timing. And also we've got that cutting through the middle. So probably best to have waited for the half hour. Although we've got the currency strength in our favor, oh, that's lost. I heard that click. Yeah, lost that one. Oh, now look at it tank. 870. Let's have a look what happened there. So what was my, that's nice. So if you click on it, you get your open and closing price. So 871. So now it's dropping. So if you remember, I was a late entry and slightly lower price, and I was in it a minute later than I wanted to be. Okay. So I had the right analysis, but this is how critical market timing is, I think, because I would have absolutely have won that if I'd been in a minute earlier on that one. Okay. So anyway, it gives you your opening price, 871. So 1 point is 1/10 of a pip. Okay. And we're just looking at these points at the end. So that was 2 pips out. So difference plus 21 points, 2 pips, which is 21 points, 2 pips, 2 pips. So that's 20 million, isn't it? 10 million a pip. But in the scheme of our trading, the point system is minuscule. Okay, so that's that one. Now I'm going to come back just to look at UJ, see what's there it is. And there we are, tanking down now, as I thought. So it didn't want to go back up for the hour. It's heading on down, and that's because of this strong, very strong resistance up here, pushing it down. I wonder where it was last down at the next quarter point. Let's have a look at that. And sure enough, we can see over here that quarter point and a line of resistance at 750. It used that very heavily as support, and it went right down there, 24th of May, Open of London, all the way along there. Here it is again. So it's used that level of support before. So although here we can see a big bearish engulfing candle, a failure on the buy, but it did carry on right back up. But then we've now had this strong downward trend again. So it only could come up as far as here. So it's moving down. That's why I sometimes like to show you the scanner. You can see there an M shape. And it's on the scanner, you can see the reversal points in the market. I'm not good enough, to look at naked charts like this and, say where I think scans are. I expect Les can draw them, but I can't. So I like to use the scanner. But that's where it's headed now, 750, I think. But it is using these lines as well. So the next thing I would do, I'm not going to take it, but the next thing I would do would be looking at where the next hour is. And you remember we have got a Evan Cabral's market timing indicator. That's on the hourly. Let me put it back on the 5 minutes. Sorry, forgot to do that. And if I just narrow this here, there you are. That's what we're looking at. There's your 752. So it has used that level, and it wicked down here to 800. Not considered a touch in Forex terms. 800 down to 750 is 5 pips. We consider it a touch, but it's about a pip, 1.2, 1.5 pips. We would consider it a touch, but that's not a touch, that one. So that's heading down for the hour. So it might have been affected by the news because it's the biggest traded currency. So 2 o'clock my time. So 2 o'clock it headed down. Then we had the news till 2:30. That had a little reaction back up, and then it carried on down to 3 o'clock. It did come back up a bit, but only to 3:15, and then it has tanked. And I just missed out on that one. Just missed out. There's that 2:15 UK time candle. Nice big. See that? Where's the magnifier? If you look at this, our lines of support and resistance. So there's a little wick there off the center line, but a strong candle down. A blue buy candle opened where it closed. Then another open where it closed, but both of those had wicks. They couldn't. There's a little faint line of resistance, support and resistance there at 919. So it touched that line of support and resistance. It touched that one, but with a wick off it. I can never remember the names of these things, hammerheads and shooting stars and stuff like that. But what we can see here is that what this candles and the wicks tell you the story is that the sell candle, I like green, I don't like to use red, because it reminds me at school where teacher used to mark crosses, you know, where you've got your work wrong. Psychologically, I don't like red colours. So I use party pink instead of red, and I use green on my candles. But you can use what you like. So it opened green. It tried to push down, but it's kind of an indecision, isn't it? It's saying I want to go down, but I can't quite manage it, but I'm trying to sell. And then here it opened just where it closed with a wick to the top with a strong bearish engulfing candle, a nice solid candle, and it's off that line now, coming back up. So it's a little retrace back on the 20 past. So I'm expecting it to go back up and carry on down for the half hour and then turn again back up to 896 or something. But it is strongly selling at the moment, so it wants to push down. So it is heading down to here, I think. But I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't have the size of the bank accounts that all the educators have. But we manage all right at our level. So I want to look at what happened with UJ. Then I'm going to check the chat. So I thought that on the hour we would get a turn. We didn't. We often get this on our favorite pairs because they have a lot of momentum in them once they move. So it carried on to the 5 past candle. It did make a little sell back almost to the midline and down to 345, 356. So if I'd been watching this on the charts and if I'm back testing, I'd say, all right, where did that hourglass call it? And you can see a strong push up. So it looks to me like it's now carrying on up to the half hour, but it's trending up, isn't it? Strongly now. And I'm going to look at hourglass on UJ. DXY is a put, which is good for UJ if we want to sell it. US dollar is stronger quite a lot than Japanese yen. At this point, I like to check in and see what my currency strength meter is doing. I recommend you get the currency heat wave. That's a $9 one-off payment if you're using it on your phone. I just use this one, but you've got US dollar is stronger than Japanese yen. I have got the euro as weaker, so that should be in our favor on selling off the euro against the US dollar now. US dollar's just weakened. Did you see that move there? But it's still stronger than Japanese yen and it's still stronger than the euro, although they are broadly similar in the middle. And this says a call. This says a call. Interesting. So is that going up for the half hour, 5 minutes, and then a put? So I might do one more trade on the half hour. I'm looking at, I'll check the chat. I don't know if anyone took a put, hopefully did your analysis and decided that I was wrong, thinking USD JPY was a put on the hourly, because as we know, and we do keep saying it, these pairs are a bit like oil tankers. They do have momentum in them. They will sometimes, they don't turn exactly on the hour or the half. They can turn it on 5 or the 10. And the same on the half hour. They can turn at the 35 or the 40. So I'm just waiting for that to get back up to that 433. And this would be what we call a pullback, because can you see our red lines? And remember, we had the news not so long ago, half an hour ago. Didn't have a huge impact, but it's now stepping up. You see all these green lines? Higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low. So trending up on USD JPY. So a more risky trade because the 200 moving average is down at this Bollinger Band. It is in the overbought and the overbought. But what we are in fact doing is trading the retrace back before it carries on pinging on upwards. So we're looking for a level at 339 or 386. I don't know why someone's calling me from Texas, but I won't try not to take it. I don't know. I do know people in Texas. I've got a very dear friend in Texas, but she would normally use Messenger. 2 minutes 51 left. Let me see on Liberty. Have we got anything? Oh, there is a UJ there. So UJ, I'll bring it down to the 5 minute. Let's see what it, let's see what this is telling us. And I'm not expert on Liberty or any of them, so I'm as new as you are to looking at this. It's not something I've ever traded, you know, but Les keeps explaining it to us, and I work on the principle if someone tells me something often enough, even at my advanced age, you know, it will eventually sink in, which is why you want to use demo if you're changing your trading systems, because you've got to pattern your brain and visual. It's all got to coordinate. It's like changing cars. You have to get, you know, it's the same thing that you're doing, but you have to just adjust, don't you? Everything from the seat to the height of the car to where the wing mirrors are, you know, how your rear view mirror is. It's the same sort of thing. This is your dashboard. So we have had the cloud crossover. Just change the time. Coming up to that half hour. It's saying buy. You want everything lining up. Hang on a minute. Strategies. That's web slinger. I want to look at simple scalper. Sorry, this is me being new to doing something slightly different. And I keep coming back to HourGlass because, of course, it's what you get familiar with over the months, isn't it? It's kind of your lazy default position. But that, you know, you just don't want to mix up too many things if you can help it, because then you get analysis paralysis. And Ness said a lot of them don't use indicators really anymore. He's just looking at price action, but I quite like the, you know, I kind of think, you know, it works and it works for me. It's easy to teach, easy to show people who say, I'm not sure Forex is for me. And I say, well, you know, $50 and a pocket option, come and just try on demo and do this for 7 days. Why wouldn't you want to? I think everybody should be doing it, especially our children as they go through this modern world. So we've got a little bullseye there. We've got red, we've got it pointed down, we've got it pointing down. I'm on the hourly and I'm on GCAD, which is not what I want to be on. Sorry, I was waffling on, not paying attention. Here we are off that top line. On the 5 minute on UJ, it is selling off on the hourly. It's just still pointing up. Is that stochastic or RSI? That's the RSI. It's just, they're just turning. So you can see that. So here we are. It's just turning now on that half hour. Where is it on HourGlass? It says a put at 440. UJ, it's at 44. I'm going to, I've got a very bad entry. Do you see how fast that moved? It's at 443. I tried to get 440 and it shot down to 439, but I wouldn't have pressed the button as quickly as that if I'd been on a real account. Whoops, as well, I would have taken it back to the 100 rather than 180. So a bit sloppy, but I'm on demo. But it's because I want to try it out, and I know I've kind of got the right intention, but I got a bad entry. So my entry strike price 439 it gave me. Whoa. So you have to be pretty quick with this. I thought I got a bit better than 439. Oh, 454. Yeah, okay. So it shows you what's happening there. I've got 3 minutes 42. It's only paying out at 68% as well. It's moving fast, isn't it? So hopefully that's a bit more of the upward momentum on the half hour, and it'll tank for me in a minute. UJ still, there you are. That's what happens with it. It's just pushed up. I'll take that off now. That's on the 5 minutes. So if you come down to the 1 minute, it it's hopefully that's finished, you know, stalling out, and it will drop on the next one in 4 seconds. I want to see a sell candle. I got 439. There. That's good. That's wicked off that 465. And I've still got a couple of minutes or so in the trade. It's at 449. Let's look on, yeah, the SAR hasn't flipped yet. Just wicking off it there. It's still in the overbought area. An overbought area hasn't dropped down, so maybe and I've still got a blue candle, a blue bar, volume bar behind. That's actual orders in the market. That's what this shows you. I remember as a Daisy Duncan used to teach a lot on volume bars, but really you want everything red. So I should have waited till the 35 for the SAR flip for it to go red, and red bar, you want everything lining up. That's still pushing up. The DXY is a put as well, so I've been oh, that is now turning, which is good for 40. So I can't roll over, remember. So if I could roll over, well, I could take another position, right, and then that's it. And I should have lowered my order size. So that takes me to, I've got 5 minutes left. 33, so up to about the 40-minute. It's really pushed up, hasn't it? 485. There, it's just going now. So we're on the 35-minute candle coming up. So I was in a bit early. It moves fast. I like the way you can do that as well. So that one I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
485. So let me look and see. Oh, it really has pushed up. So that's going up there. Let's just see what happens on this next candle. HourGlass. Still saying a put, but as we know, it's because it's always, if it's on the Bollinger Bands, it will keep going put, because the algorithm is saying it's hitting the outer edges. That's that one that I've just lost. I heard that camera shutter click. Very strong difference on the currency strength meter, so I did say it's a more risky trade. 482 as a put, and Liberty, there is a red open, a red bar, cross down, the momentum is coming, you just want it crossing over, and that took till the 35-minute candle. So where I was wrong was not reading what I was looking at, because I didn't wait for it to all be red, and that's what Les explained to me yesterday. So me learning a system, lack of attention, being on demo, trigger happy, you know, all those things. So there's that retrace back now. And where are we on here? We're now in profit. It won't be enough to offset the losses. I should have taken myself back to the $100, and late entries is not a good idea where you can't roll over. So if you miss the entry, just forget about it and wait for the next trade, I think, is what I'm feeling. And I think this slips a bit. You have to be very accurate, but I've only done a few trades on it, very accurate in pressing that button, because I thought I got a slightly better entry. So where do I think this is going to go to? Put it back on the 5-minute. So I think it will go back. I've marked up that area for a reason. So 439 down to, which is where we got in, down to 402, which is our midline, or 408 there. But really, you see that resistance there? If I clone it, let me just clone that. There's a little level there. I know Les draws boxes, you know, so it's a little sort of zone, isn't it? Round about that 402 to 408. It's at 475, but my entry was lower at, where does it tell me my strike price? I suppose you have to put it along there, 473. 37 minutes past, got 1 minute 21. So it's just 481. It's just struggling at this area. It's struggling at 483 to my line at 473. That's that line there. It's back up there. At 473. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. 473. So it's just playing around there now, isn't it? And I got in there, so I'm probably going to lose this one as well. Oh, 476. Get down there. End on a good note. SAR flips. The SARs are in our favour, but it's just 477, 475. Oh, come on. No, gone the other way. 38. Where's the 40-minute candle? 480. It's finishing at 484. Right, lost that. It finished at 484 above the 200. So right back up there. Still wants to go on up. So it's because of that quarter point. So it's still pushing on up. So it's done that after the news the whole hour, hasn't it? Okay, so let's look on HourGlass. It has given a put again. I'm going to finish that. Oh, that's got a sell as well. Now got the sell appearing at 472. 482 it was called at. And Liberty is doing what? Liberty is right up. It's just wicked up there. Still, oh, that bar's turned to blue. It's turned to blue with a wick off at the bottom. So the SARs are still underneath. So that is heavily trending upwards. So I've got some things to refine before I start taking live trades on this account. So I'll do some more. Will I do some more tonight? Don't know. Might do a little bit more. I'm not sure. So let me look at the chat. I just want to look at what happened on Euro USD. I do like to backtest. So what do we see happening? That was our half hour. It went up, and it looks like it's on its way back up for the hour. I thought this was a retrace because our candle is closed channels pointing heavily down. We've still got the moving average moving down, albeit slightly slowly. It is in a downward trend, so to me that says it's doing its retrace back before a further drop down. I could be wrong. It has been known, as you can see. Some of that was timing, and some of it was sloppiness, that I didn't read what I saw, which was the blue bars, and everything needs to be read. So as long as you back test and understand what you've done, and also the other thing was I've got to be careful on that platform. I feel that my entry, unless I get it accurate, because I can't roll over, and also if the entry slips, I got a worse entry than I thought I was going to get. So when you move off demo to any live account, it's always worth taking quite a few trades just with $1, so that you've got two things going on. The psychology is different when it's real money, however small, even if it's small change relatively, is different when it's your real money. And the second thing is it helps, like the goldfish in the water, to assimilate you into the bigger pond of the order sizes and that kind of thing on your trading. Okay, so I'm going to finish there, and I'm just going to look at the chat. 73% Babs, 74% IQ sent. 7.44% growth this morning. UJ, yeah, I do love UJ. Well done. Yeah, you did well on Les's session. Babs, 74%. Cleared Euro USD on VidForex for 3 minutes. Well done, Ken. Well done. Brilliant. Julie took Euro USD and cleared. Yay. Well done, Julie. Brilliant. Benny, I take a call at 417. 50. Oh, Benny. Benny, my man. Benny's always amazing. I'm so chuffed to bits with Benny's results, and Ken's brilliant. Babs is doing brilliantly. Doesn't matter about yesterday, Babs. Overall, you're going in the right direction. And Julie's very busy at work, so and she's over in North Carolina. She's a nurse. She's been all through the COVID, so she works extremely hard. So I'm always very appreciative when people really make the time, and I hope I can give you some value on your trading and my trading journey. So thanks very much for joining. I will be back next week live. You're welcome, Benny. Post your results to help Les and me grow the community, and tell a friend to tell a friend. They can come in for 7 days risk-free. There's no contract, $50. We can show them our pocket option. That's what we want to be doing. 5-minute trades, just with $1, just see what and then they can come on to some of the other things. That's the plan, that rather than saying they've got to find the 250. So thank you very much for joining. I really do appreciate it. The Tokyo Sessions is an exclusive little club, so I do appreciate it when people come on the afternoon sessions with me. And remember, Les is on tomorrow morning. Lovely to see you, Julie. Thanks so much. Bless you for everything you do. And Babs will be hosting that Friday feeling tomorrow at 3 p.m. UK time. So I will see you guys tomorrow.